Well, not exactly. I'll get into that as this video goes along, but I want to give you a warning right now. Over the past pretty much year, I bet a lot of you have been gradually lowering your expectations of me posting content. I want to tell you right now, you should probably not raise them, okay? I'll try and get into why. So, like with the last time I made one of these Why I've Been Gone videos, it's been a school, pretty much, because as I mentioned in my January or February 2017 DVD video, I think it was, I got accepted to a California State University, and I've been attending there full-time ever since, but I should make it clear that full-time is actually only 2/3 the level of classes you can take, because you can actually take up to 18 units at this particular university, and full-time is considered to be 12. Well, I've been taking 15 units, and for this upcoming fall semester, I'm actually going to, at the start, attempt to do 18, although I wouldn't be too surprised if I drop one of them. So there you go. And I've been doing that for fall 17, and no, spring 17, fall 17, fall of 18, and I've also been taking 2 classes during the summer, so yeah, I'm constantly at school, minus spring break, week between the spring and summer, week between the end of summer, the beginning of fall, and then 2 days of for Thanksgiving, because you don't get Thanksgiving off when you're in college, just the day of and Black Friday. Yeah, it's been kind of tough, even though I have had time to watch stuff and potentially make these things, because you notice that I was able to upload the Survivor Game Changer videos towards the end of while that season was up. And yeah, during the spring semesters and the summers, I have had opportunities to make content, but when you're doing all the school work and the commuting, because as I stated before, I don't drive, it gets to be tiring, and it's easier for me to watch non-reality shows than it is to watch reality, because reality, you gotta pay attention to pretty much everything unless you've seen it before. Non-reality, you don't really have to pay attention 100% of the time, so I have the ability to put something like Star Trek on, which is what I'm watching as I'm recording this, and then, do a couple of these crossword puzzles, or correct fan fictions from fanfiction.net, which I might have mentioned in a video or 2 prior, is something that I've recently come to like to do. Yeah, but it eats into you, and also, like, every summer since 2013, I've noticed that I always enter a depression spill, so that affects me definitely. Now, why is it caused by that? I think, well, the heat, I bet, has something to do with it, and the fact that I don't get as much sleep, and also my family recently got a cat, and she sometimes makes noise during the morning, and it only takes a couple of meows to all of a sudden get me from a deep sleep where, like, I was having a dream where I was arguing with my brother about how you're properly supposed to stack binders. What? To me being 100% awake, and you still have an hour before you're supposed to wake up. Yeah, that stinks. So I'm sure that's part of it, but also I bet it's just a changing environment of having to go from working on schoolwork almost all the time, and then, suddenly having more free time, such as the way with summer, yeah. But that takes care of the summer and the spring bits, but also, like, last fall, where you noticed that I didn't really upload anything at all except for those first few Buffy videos, well, that semester, I was taking 5 classes, but I was also seeing 2 different therapists. One was for speech, and then the other one was, therapy. So my time, was taken up quite a lot with doing all my commuting, doing all of my studying, doing all of my exercising, even though I'm actually exercising a tiny bit more than I was then on days that I don't go to school. I'm not going to bore you with my exercise routines, yeah, but that semester I had almost all my time taken up, and when I had a free moment, it wasn't even enough to watch any episodes of TV, including like half hours. So what I would do is I put on movies that I've already seen just so I could detoxify this thing. And like at the end of the semester, I sat in front of my computer and then like put on a Good Mythical Morning video, you know, to calm me down after those stressful finals. And I was like, I can't focus at all. It was the weirdest feeling, right? And I honestly wouldn't be too surprised if this fall semester is going to be like that, even if I go down to 5 classes, because they're all upper division courses, although I don't know if that term means too much for all of you. At the college that I go to, it means that the classes are numbered above 100. And you might be curious, what's my major? I'm trying to major in accounting because my dad knows that I'm pretty good with math, have a real good memory, don't mind doing repetitive tasks, so yeah, it just seemed like a natural fit. And then I'm minoring in economics, which is a nice companion, but the school that I go to has their business program, which is how you get to major in accounting, and Pack did, so that choice had already been suggested as a backup for me anyway, so there you go. And where I currently stand is I've done all of the classes, you know, that aren't part of the major and minor, you know, general education requirements, unit requirements. I'm sure you all get the idea, so all I've got to do is get the major and the minor done, and I'm hoping that I can graduate by the end of fall next year. Shouldn't be that hard, especially if I pass everything that's in the fall. Because I've only got about 15 classes to take. I forget the exact number right now. But since I just alluded to you, you know that since I bet the fall is going to be pretty busy for me, I want you to keep your expectations where they are currently right now. But let's be realistic here. This isn't totally unexpected. I've said before, you know, real life gets in the way, and also, you really shouldn't be that, you know, I don't want to say dependent, but, you know, enthusiastic about me, you know, making content, because, you know, I just turn on an iPod Touch and record it, and upload. No special effects, no bumping up the audio, not too much humor, although I'm sure I've made a few of you laugh, but yeah, people, there's tons of other people you could watch out there that are way better than me. Why do you think I made those opinion of videos back in the day? Right, so you should not be, oh my god, up in arms if I don't post that much stuff, even though, as I've said multiple times, if my last video isn't this'll be my last video kind of video, I'm still doing this stuff, right? But well, one step closer to that, because obviously the hope is once I get out of school, I'll be able to get some kind of a job out there, although the fact that I don't really have much experience in anything except working at a pizza restaurant is a big factor against me. Well, I'll fight that battle when I get there, right? And also, because I've been telling you to keep your expectations low, I'm going to do something that is kind of against the rules that I established in my very first video on this channel. I've stated before that I want you to, you know, leave comments that are only about the video. I'm going to somewhat loosen that rule, and that don't be afraid to do it, but if it doesn't relate to the video, there's a very good chance that I'll remove it after I answer you. But like, if you want to know where I've been, just go to, you know, my most recent video and type, "You still around?" that kind of a thing. I don't mind you doing that. Because like, the Buffy Season 4 video, that got 50 views, and I bet that was a lot of you checking it going, is he still around? Like, what happened? Hold on a second. Blu-ray player's making a bunch of noise here. Okay. So, yeah, don't be afraid to do that, but if I remove the comment, it's because it doesn't relate to the video. Don't be, nervous about that, because if you post something, I'm gonna read it. I'm not one of those guys that just ignores comments, and it's one reason I'm glad that I don't have a lot of people commenting on these things, to be honest, because I would hate to be one of those people that has so many comments that they just can't read anything. I'd hate to be that kind of person. Right. So what's the plan for this thing? I've got over 20 videos made for you guys, although a good amount of them are the videos for Survivor 35, even though there isn't too much point in me posting them, but half the reason I have this channel is actually a record keeping for my thoughts, and if I have to entertain people along the way, well, there you go. So you've got those videos to look forward to, and then you've got videos for most of the Big Brother seasons that I've missed. Like, I watched all of them except for Big Brother 20 back to back to back, so I watched like 112 episodes of it, and when I finished, I was like, oh! I'm brain dead on Big Brother. I'm gonna have to put off watching Survivor 36, right? So there's that. I'm gonna try and get the Buffyverse videos done, because like half of the videos that I haven't uploaded I have made, but I gotta make the rest. So they aren't going to be as good, but I'm confident I can give a good amount of insight, and I'll word my thoughts on those specifically, so it'll be as if I don't know what happens next, so it'll still feel close to honest. So I hope you all appreciated this, but at the same time, as I said, don't raise those expectations too much, because, yeah. See ya.